Rememberences. It seems like a long time ago, but also like it happened just yesterday.
The world has changed. I can feel it in the water. I can smell it in the air. Much that once was is lost, for none now live who can remember it.
It's hard to believe, but there was once a time when even I was a kid.
We didn't have the internet back in those days. All we had was grocery stores and mailboxes. But was life still worth living? No, not really.
Sure, we had pets, but a pet skunk? Nope.
Men were men back in those days. I mean, my dad worked at 5 separate mines. Coal, uranium, sandpaper, lava, and sorrow.
We grew up poor, but we were rich in hunger. We didn't need shoes back then. Well, we needed them. I mean, we really, really needed them, but
I remember this one kid, Seth Jimmonson. He had a dog with no legs. I guess it's technically called a snake.
my father would get home real late every night from working in the soot factory all day, and you could see it in his face. And as soon as he got in the door, you knew it was coming. He'd just start belting out show tunes, you know. He would do a Judy Garland impression that would knock your socks off. It was fabulous. As far as I'm concerned, he was Ginger Rogers. I mean, he had the high notes, the low notes, all the dance moves. He had the props, everything. And then he would beat us.
We were poor, so we kids, we had, you know, hand-me-down clothes, hand-me-down underwear, hand-me-down food, hand-me-down affection, hand-me-down caskets.
I remember my first girlfriend, Emma Sue. I mean, if you asked her, you know, today, she probably would say she was never my girlfriend. She might not even remember who I was, but she was my girlfriend. Please don't ask her.
I remember about a block away from my house there was this vacant lot, you know, and that's where all the formative memories were, you know. That's where all the kids in the neighborhood used to go to, like, to just play and dig and set traps and just learn about life. You know what's there now? A hospital.
I remember there's an old creek used to run behind my grandparents' house. We'd go down there, my cousins and I, and we'd pick crawdaddies out of that creek. Crawdaddies, snails, snakes, water spiders, ants, dead cats, sometimes just clumps of hair that had washed up, scalp once, little pieces of bone. Then Grandma would cook it all up into a stew. We'd have the shits for a week.
There was this old man in the neighborhood, I don't remember his name, but he used to come by and just give candy to all the kids in the neighborhood, and some of it wasn't poison.
I remember the first time I saw a whirlybird. It was at the World's Fair. I remember it just spinning around, whirling about. Wait, what's a whirlybird?
Yeah, me and all my friends were by the creek, you know, playing jacks, and then Jimmy came running up, and he was like, "Hey guys, you want to see a dead body?" And we were all so sick and tired of seeing dead bodies by then. I mean, they were everywhere.
Me and my 6 brothers, we went in the backyard once, and we started digging a hole, and we thought if we dug hard enough and far enough, we'd get to China. We never did get to China, but we sure found a lot of teeth.
I remember there was this town bully, and he used to just, you know, beat kids up and take their lunch money and, you know, steal stuff and set things on fire and fight cops. And, you know, I don't regret any of it, you know, because I believe that strength is power, and I take what I want. Those are the only 2 things I believe in.
There was a house in my neighborhood that everybody used to say was haunted, and they'd say, any kid that goes into that house dies. And I would look at him and say, what, you believe everything you read in the newspapers?
Yeah, I tell you, if I had it to do all over again, I'd have grown up in a different town, with a different family, and I'd have been Jewish, and a girl named Starla. Big tits. All the guys want to fuck me. Yeah.